Frank Hughes, a young officer with steely nerves, received his orders. He was sent to Bayou Ridge, Louisiana. A remote outpost needed his attention. The year was 1935. The bayou was a place of mystery. Locals whispered of ancient curses and restless spirits. Hughes scoffed at superstition. He was a man of logic. His mission was simple: investigate reports of suspicious activity. The journey was long, the air thick with humidity. When he finally arrived, the sun was setting. The locals greeted him with wary eyes. They spoke in hushed tones. "The lodge," they muttered, "it's cursed." Hughes dismissed their concerns. He would soon learn the truth. Bayou Ridge held secrets waiting to be unearthed. The lodge stood alone, a solitary figure in the vast expanse of the dark woods. It was a dilapidated structure, shrouded in shadow, its walls whispering tales of abandonment. The wood creaked under the weight of time and neglect, each step echoing the passage of years. As Hughes dismounted his horse, an unsettling feeling crept over him, a chill that ran down his spine. The air grew heavy, charged with an unseen energy, thick with the fog of mystery and foreboding. He pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside, the sound reverberating through the empty halls. The air inside was stale and cold, a stark contrast to the oppressive atmosphere outside. Dust motes danced in the faint light filtering through grimy windows, creating an eerie, almost magical scene. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the sound of his own breathing, each breath a reminder of his solitude. A rocking chair creaked back and forth in the corner, as if propelled by an unseen hand, adding to the eerie ambience. Hughes ran a hand over his holstered pistol, a nervous habit he couldn't shake, his fingers trembling slightly. He was alone, yet he felt an oppressive presence. Something was watching him, lurking in the shadows, unseen but felt. The first night was the worst. A storm raged outside, mirroring the turmoil within Hughes. Sleep wouldn't come. Every creak of the floorboards, every howl of the wind sent shivers down his spine. He lay in the darkness, his senses on high alert. Then the whispers began. Soft at first, barely audible. They seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. The voices grew louder, filled with anguish and despair. Hughes sat bolt upright in bed, his heart pounding in his chest. He saw them then, fleeting shadows dancing at the edge of his vision. They flickered and swirled, gone as quickly as they appeared. Fear, raw and primal, gripped him. He was not alone in the lodge. Roar echoing behind him. Section 6. A history steeped in sorrow. He sought refuge in the nearby village, hoping to escape the relentless storm that raged outside. The locals took him in, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and grim understanding, as if they knew something he did not. They told him the story of the lodge, a tale whispered through generations, a story that sent shivers down his spine. It was once a plantation house, they said, owned by a cruel man named Elias Croft, whose name still invoked fear. Croft was a monster in life, they claimed, who met a gruesome end within the lodge's walls, his legacy stained with blood. He had murdered his wife, Celia, in a fit of jealous rage, an act that sealed his fate. Celia was a kind soul, beloved by all who knew her gentle nature a stark contrast to her husband's cruelty. Her spirit, unable to find peace, remained trapped within the lodge, haunting its halls with sorrow. Elias's spirit, consumed by guilt and remorse, was condemned to relive his heinous act for eternity, a punishment fitting his crime. Section 7. The weight of remorse. Night after night, villagers heard Celia's mournful cries and Elias's tormented screams. The lodge became a place of dread, shunned by all who valued their sanity. No one dared to spend a night within its cursed walls until now. Hughes listened intently, his initial skepticism replaced by a chilling certainty. He had encountered the spirits of Elias and Celia Croft. Their pain, their rage, it was palpable, woven into the very fabric of the lodge. He knew he couldn't stay. The lodge was a prison. not just for the spirits trapped within, but for anyone foolish enough to enter. He had to leave, to escape the suffocating grip of the supernatural. Cleansed. Section 9. Ashes to ashes. With the lodge gone, the villagers dared to hope. Hope that the restless spirits of Elias and Celia Croft had finally found peace. Hope that the cycle of terror that had plagued Bayou Ridge for generations was finally broken. Hughes, forever changed by his experience, left the village. He carried with him the weight of what he had witnessed, the chilling memory of the spectre's face forever seared into his mind. The events at Bayou Ridge became a tale whispered among lawmen, a cautionary reminder of the darkness that lurked beyond the realm of the ordinary. Some dismissed it as folklore, but those who knew, truly knew, never forgot the haunting of Bayou Ridge.